hiyo wasahau.
Dr. Pamela, hii ni siasa ya tumbo, ni propaganda, as Kate Waruguru says?
Is it... Mike, when you stopped me, I was about to say something that I think my sister alludes to. She has just reminded us that there is some long pending court cases about James Orengo and some land. I'm not aware of those, but I just wanted to pick it from where I left, because I was telling you the problem we have in this country, when there are issues and some individuals are mentioned, we become subjective and not objective. We become emotional and not rational. And what I mean here is, I would wonder if there are true court cases in this country about James Orengo of those many years when he was whatever he was in the land and all that. This is why we are crying, and that's why maybe the president is crying. Are our systems supportive? Are they efficient? Are they able to bring to conclusion, logical conclusion, what is wrong or what is being investigated? And these are some of the frustrations that maybe the president is feeling now that he is passionate to go down the history as a champion who fought corruption and brought it to an end. And that's why I'm saying it is a pity that we are mentioning that in support of somebody else. And what I mean is, when I have done something wrong, it cannot be justified by saying my sister here did wrong and nothing was done about it. So I'm thinking of saying, or what I'm saying is, whether Orengo has a case or not, I don't think it is Orengo again who sits the judgment throne to actually conclude that case.
I think I'm very clear. Mike, I'm very clear.
Allow me to speak, because you know when you are speaking I'm very quiet and listening. So what we are saying here today is, when there is a fraudulent issue, and you put it rightly, Mike, by saying, yes, my name can be mentioned today, tomorrow, and the other day. Now, conscience, if this is the case, can I just allow the systems to do the right investigation and get the proper details? Because you can't tell me that auditors' reports are propaganda in this country. And these are some of the things that we cannot use words to brush aside. Auditor's report is an official institutional report which gives us the status of affairs of
I think you're getting in a whole new topic now.
No. We are talking about where did these things originate from. These ideas of
does William Ruto, who is being mentioned by Orengo, facing any audit queries?
Excuse me, and that's why we are saying, before even those audit queries are brought, before even that evidence is brought in court, we have heard and listened to a big outcry of people being targeted. And that's why I was saying that is where the mess started. The politics that we are talking about.
When we talk about gross misconduct, because that's what James Orengo has mentioned as the issue against the deputy president, what constitutes gross misconduct according to you?
That's the question.
What constitutes gross misconduct according to what I have heard and seen, even
not about heard, the facts.
The facts.
What is gross misconduct?
What is on record? Look at even how the president and his supporters, the deputy president and supporters are talking.
So the question here
there are seemingly that the fight that the president is launching against corruption is the fight against...
Can I define gross misconduct, Mike, for you? Can I define gross misconduct? Gross misconduct is failing to act in a manner which is expected of you within a certain framework and a system which is agreed upon.
All right.
And I want to challenge Dr. Pamela to just tell us, on behalf of the people she's speaking or speaking for, to tell us, what is this one thing which is warranting the whole newspaper headline with the Dr. William Ruto and James Orengo talking about impeachment of the deputy president. And as it is, Ruto is not insane. In fact, he says, mimi sivuti bangi, na mimi kichwa yangu iko sawa sawa. And as it is, he's not facing any disability or any impairment which would make him not work. The only thing that NASA and people who are working within forces which we know are attempting to get inside the government and to force themselves in the current government are
Mike,
using
that is now the politics
to try
part of it,
to use
which we
backdoor
cannot accept.
with the abuse.
To discuss early this
Let me finish
morning.
my point.
Okay.
I gave her time. What is good for good is good for the dead. My point is, let them define what gross misconduct is.
I'll need to regulate this. And
somebody
Dr.
cannot do that,
where we were is the question of gross misconduct.
That is where
if there is gross misconduct on the deputy president,
yes,
on the deputy president, then we need to know what is that gross misconduct. Is it corruption?
And that's why
I'm
give
saying overwhelming evidence.
As we are sitting here today, Orengo spoke about this bill. The question is, why are we Kenyans in so much hurry? Why don't we, I said it earlier, Mike, that we need to give Orengo and let him display the bill and let us understand what is in it. Why are you running ahead of him to want to
I'm just saying
to get to know, because the gross misconduct, according to me, I said here earlier, if you are my deputy and I would wish that we go this way and you seem to oppose me, like this the so-called handshake, which they are really
and then that
why is there about the handshake and the attempt of the president and Raila Amolo Odinga to bring peace to this country, which everybody was riding
that behooves the question, Dr. Pam. You've mentioned this several times. That the president is going one way and the deputy president is going another way. On what grounds is he going a different way?
On what grounds is he going a different way?
On what grounds is the deputy
we
president
have seen him question so much. And we really...
Is that a misconduct? Is that a misconduct?
Why would you differ openly with your leader?
We are
it is democratic, but it can be done in a decorum, and they discuss this and let the president explain to him what this handshake is all about, and they listen to one another, and the peace that Kenyans are enjoying.
You've given a lot of airtime.
Allow me to finish. Don't shut me up. What I'm saying is, when we just saw that issue of the handshake, and even the building bridges initiative, there was a sharp, and it continues to be. All those clips you have said, people are complaining, and even here, she's telling us that the handshake was just about NASA bringing insults into the government. Please. NASA is not bringing, or Raila Amolo Odinga is not bringing himself to the government. But it is on record that the people who contended and were fighting and made Kenyans be killed in this country were Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta fighting for president. So the fact that they shook their hand and realized the mistake they did, why should somebody fight that? Kenyans need peace. The children of Kenya need life. And we have to stand for that.
I need to allow Aruguru to respond.
Thank you. I've been very patient with my good friend, Dr. Pamela.
Although you're interrupting, but
interrupting me.
I know it's been long. She has not been on air. And I know she's recovering very well. In fact, I prayed for her when she faced whatever it is. But my point is very clear, without a lot of emphasis, that the ground for impeachment for the deputy president, the biggest would be gross misconduct. And I know that is what the leaders of opposition are attempting to use. The word gross stands for an overwhelming evidence that somebody has done what we would term as a misconduct. And as things are, I'm hearing my good friend Dr. Pamela talk about Auditor General's report. William Ruto is not facing any Auditor General's report. And if anything, if the issues of corruption, just allow me finish. Just be fair enough. Just be fair enough. Rest I'll say, you're not cooperating. My point is, allow me to finish my point. I have said we need an overwhelming evidence to convince the August House that William Ruto has committed any crime or has been proven guilty in a court of law, has been charged over corruption or any overwhelming evidence for the gross misconduct. If there isn't such, I would tell you, it will end up to being a rhetoric talk around witchhunt and malice, and it is not going to be okay. My point is clear. We need to make use evidence which Orengo is ready to bring to the House. Why don't you give Orengo time to bring this evidence to the House?
The impeachment process has not begun.
I think they can. So why are we running? I don't want to shout. I don't know where I'm shouting. But please just allocate me my time. I'll wait and I'll speak. Yes, just allocate me my time and just allow